17, or 19 times 43. Then, if you look at the geometrical value of the initials in the verses containing initials for those chapters, the total is 570, or 19 times 30. Finally, let us examine the chapter and verse numbers for the 6 occurrences of the word Quran in those chapters: 42, 7, 43, 3, 43, 31, 46, 29, 47, 24 and 50. 1. When you add just the unique chapter numbers, 42 plus 43 plus 46 plus 47 plus 50, the total is 228, or 19 times 12. Likewise, when you add the verse numbers, 7 plus 3 plus 31 plus 29 plus 24 plus 1, the total is 95, or 19 times 5. The initial Nun. This initial prefixes only one chapter, number 68. Chapter 68 is the last initial chapter. In the case of this one initial only, the letter's name is spelled out in the Arabic Nun wa Nun. The total number of occurrences of N in this chapter, including the 2 occurrences in the initial's name, is 133, or 19x7. Appendix 99. The initial S. Side S prefixes 3 chapters, 7, 19 and 38. The total number of occurrences of S in these 3 chapters is 152, or 19 times 8. At this point it should probably be mentioned that Dr. Khalifa could not ignore the implications of the mathematical structure in the Quran, which clearly demands strict adherence to the Quran. And, as we saw at the beginning of this appendix, strict adherence to the Quran means a rejection of any traditional Muslim teachings that are not based directly on the Quran as sources of religious guidance. The fury of the traditional clergy at Khalifa's conclusions and his straightforward statement of them eventually led to his assassination. It should not be surprising, then, that those same clergy have attacked the discoveries. Most of these attacks have been focused on the Quranic initials, and one of their major arguments is with the Sa'd. This is because in modern copies of the Quran the Arabic word bastardan is written with a Sa'd rather than Sin. This would increase the count of Sa'd by 1, and it would no longer be 100 direct contact divisible by 19. But the oldest available copy of the Quran, the Tashkent copy, writes bastardan with a Sin. Drive. Khalifa includes a reproduction from the Tashkent copy in his translation Quran. The Final Testament, 1989, p. 614. In most cases, the initials occur in sets. Next, we will examine some of those sets. The initials, YS. Yasin. These 2 initials are found at the beginning of chapter 36. The number of times these 2 letters appear in this chapter is 285, or 19 times 15. The Quran uses 2 different forms of Y, one of which is very subtle and difficult for non-Arabic readers to distinguish. Drive. Khalifa's book, Quran. Visual presentation of the Miracle Islamic Productions, 1982, shows every Y and S marked in the Arabic text of chapter 36. The initials, HM. Hamim. This set of initials is found initializing the 7 consecutive chapters 40 through 46. The total number of occurrences of these 2 initials in these chapters is 2147, or 19 times 113. Appendix 101. The initials, A, SQ. Einstein QAF. Chapter 42 is the only chapter with a set of initials HM in the first verse and another A, SQ in verse 2. Of course, the H's and M's figure in the counts for HM, as mentioned above. The number of times the letters of the second set of initials, A, SQ occur in chapter 42 is 209, or 19 times 11. The initials, ALM. Aleph Lam Mim, A, is the most common letter in Arabic, La is the second most common, and M, is the third most common. This combination of initials prefix 6 chapters, 2, 3, 29, 30, 31 and 32. In every one of these 6 chapters, the total number of occurrences of A's, L's and M's is divisible by 19. Of course, this means that the total number of occurrences of these initials in the 6 chapters is divisible by 19. The initials, ALR. Aleph Lam Ra. These initials prefix chapters 10, 11, 12, 14 and 15. Again, in each of these chapters the total number of A's, L's and R's is divisible by 19. 102 direct contact initials, ALMR, Aleph Lam Mim Ra. This group of initials prefixes only chapter 13. Their total combined frequency in that chapter is 1482, or 19 times 78. Initials, ALMS. Alam Lam Mim Sad. Chapter 7 is the only chapter prefixed by this combination of initials. The total number of occurrences of these letters in this chapter is 5,320, or 19 times 280. Note that the initial SARD also interacts with the SARDs of chapters 19 and 38 to produce a total of SARDs which is divisible by 19. See the discussion of the initial SARD above. Initials KHYA, S. Kaf Haya, Ein SARD. This longest set of initials begins chapter 19. The total number of occurrences of these initials in that chapter is 798, or 19 times 42. Appendix 103. Initials H, Ha, TH, Taha, TS, Tarsin, and TSM. Tarsin Mim. These remaining four groups of initials have an interlocking and overlapping relationship that produces a combined total of 1767, or 19 times 93. Mathematical properties of the initialed SURAS as a whole half of the Arabic alphabet, or 14 letters, are combined in various ways to make up 14 different sets of initials.